Well, hello everyone. For those of you who are been to a number of our webinars, or frankly any webinar, you know the drill. We are going to have a number of people slowly but surely logging in. So I'm watching the numbers go up, and once we get past that, we will get started. Now it's interesting, as always, I get to see some familiar faces. Hi, Brian. Always good to see you. All right, on here. Eric, good to see you. Oh wow, a lot of people I know. All right, uh, all sorts. Well, it's good that we must be doing something right if these people keep coming back. So I'll take that as a positive, right? And I see some new faces in here too, so that's good. All right, the numbers are keep going up, and I think we are at the point where we're good to get started. So with that said, let's dive in and we're going to get started. I'm Marty Greif, and I'm going to be your host today for how to use video for conversion rate optimization. And I will tell you that Lee, and I'm going to pronounce her name because I've been practicing on this. Now, I've known Lee for a year now, and I finally asked her, Lee, how do you pronounce your last name? And if you're all looking at her last name, you be prepared. Fillion.
Perfect.
Phil Yoon, yeah, Phil Yoon. Okay. Oh my God. So anyway, I thought Greif was bad enough because most people call me Grief, but I stand corrected. I feel my name's easy. All right. So let me give you a little. Yeah. So thank you for joining us, Lee. So we'll start with that.
Happy to be.
Yeah. So let me start with a little background. So a year ago, it's about a year ago when we first met, right, Lee?
Just about a year ago, yeah.
So Lee came to us, and we started talking about conversion rate optimization, and we started talking about explainer videos, and I got to tell you, I met Lee and a couple of the people from her company, and these are like the nicest people on the face of the planet. Okay, and so I would strongly urge you to listen to everything she has to say. We are recording this. We will send out the recording to everybody, but you might want to take notes. And if you have questions, feel free to ask the questions, put them in the question bar, and I'll, as appropriate, either save them to the end or maybe interrupt Lee in the middle, whatever makes the most sense. And Lee has told me that given that explainer videos, and I love this quote. She said this to me. She said, explainers videos, when they're effective, are short and sweet and to the point. And she goes, and so will be my presentation. I went, oh my God, that is awesome. So with that said, Lee, take it away.
Thank you so much, Marty. It was a great introduction. And yeah, it was about a year ago that we started working together. So super excited to be doing this with you all. And yeah, thanks to everyone for joining. Hopefully, I can share some insights into how you can use video just to increase your own conversion rate for your website. So just to start off, I'm Lee. I'm the sales and marketing manager for Pile TV. We're a full service video production company, and we have been creating videos for, I think it's the past 12 years now. And I mean, we create all sorts of videos, from explainer videos to demo videos to short ads and tutorials. I mean, any video that you can basically think of. And we work with all sorts of companies, from startups to your big names, like some of the ones that I've mentioned here, like Cisco and Pfizer and the World Bank. Yeah, many, many more. Yeah, so just as Marty said, I am going to try and be brief. Just working in the explainer video industry for so long, I've just kind of become accustomed to keeping things short and informative and just to the point. So my aim is not to take up too much of your time. So yeah, explainer videos and video content in general. It has been around for a very, very long time, okay, but it kind of just became popular since I think it was 2012 when people just really started using explainer videos as a marketing tool. But even today, still, people are a bit hesitant just to use explainer videos, which brings me to my next question. Do explainer videos actually work? And the short answer is yes, they do work, and they work quite effectively. So back in 2021, we actually surveyed, I think it was just over 700 of our customers, just to see how their video has been performing, and yeah, just to get a few stats from them to see how they're actually using their video. And I mean, you can see a few of the stats on the screen here. Video is very effective in increasing product understanding. So 91% of the customers actually said that video did increase product understanding, where 83% of customers said that dwell time increased on their website, basically meaning more people are spending time on your website for a longer time. And then 83% claim that having an explainer video resulted in more business, which is basically speaking to the return on investment of explainer videos. And then 67% of customers reported an increase in website traffic. And I mean, the more people that come to your website, the more people you can actually convert into customers that could be with you for a long time. So, I mean, the stats are all over the internet. You can Google the effectiveness of explainer videos, and you'll see many, many compelling arguments as to why you need to be using video in your marketing. So you might be wondering, how exactly can you use video?
Can I just add a couple of other just points on that previous slide, just as a thought? When we've tested it, just so you know, folks, if you're doing any kind of lead gen, the sales calls that result from that actually tend to be better sales calls. And there's another thing that happens is this can lower returns. This can increase engagement with the client, because if an educated, so Lee's nodding her head, right? So
Yeah.
educated client, no, seriously, an educated client means that if you've explained this up front, your sales and marketing become much more effective, and you wind up with better sales calls, better leads who are actually qualified, and longer retention. And I'm sorry, Lee, but I just thought we've seen that, right? So
please jump in. I mean, you would know, you guys work for a big conversion company, like you would know better than anyone. And I think it's actually Forbes that mentioned that video is it's the best way to attract and engage your audience, and it can actually provide as much as, I think it's 80% boost in conversion rates. So it really is an effective tool. So, and you guys would know, like, you run stats all the time on these things. So just to move on. So now we come to the point, like, how can video aid in conversion rate optimization specifically? So to understand conversion rate and how your customers think, or potential customers think, you have to understand that there are many barriers that prevent customers from buying your product. And I mean, these could be poor branding, or just poor visibility online, just pricing not matching their expectations, missing information, and even just overall complexity where a potential customer just doesn't understand what it is that you do. And so video can help you with all of these. Basically, I've just put together 7 reasons why video is so important for conversion and how it removes any barriers to purchasing. So I'm just quickly going to take you through these 7 reasons. The first one being that video just gets your benefits across in a visually appealing way. So basically, an explainer video can show exactly how your product or your service will benefit your leads. So it's simple, really. Your leads are looking for products or services that will help solve their problems. So this is where video as a marketing tool comes in really, really handy. And just by showing all the key features of your product or your service in a visually appealing way, you're able to show exactly how you solve your customers' problems and their pain points. And then we have reason number 2, video removes any complexity around your product and just helps you to simplify your offering. So sometimes a new product or a service, or even an established product or service, can just be very overwhelming, and ultimately just leaving your leads confused and with more questions than they actually had. So what video does is it takes this complex concepts and it breaks them down in such a way that just allows your customers to fully understand the decision that they are making. So basically, when you look at it, it all just comes down to people don't buy what they don't understand. So this is where video is just such an important link between the customer and your product and service. And then the third reason being that video aids in improving retention and recall. And I mean, this is a big one when it comes to the decision-making stage. So if people remember you and you were memorable, they're more likely to convert into a sale. And I mean, it's a proven fact, and there's a lot of studies around this, that visual media, it's just retained much faster and better and longer than written words. We all know the very popular saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So a quick 60-second video is worth 30,000 words. So this just means that having a video on your webpage could just help keep your product or your service in the forefront of the minds of your potential customers. So ultimately, when it comes to customer conversion, your product or service will be the one that lingers in their minds and in their memories longer. And that's all thanks to video. And then the fourth reason is that video really reinforces the call to action. And I mean, this being a conversion webinar, I know Marty and his team is all about like call to actions, because how are you supposed to get conversions without a call to action? And yeah, video is just a super powerful motivator, especially when there's a clear call to action that you strategically place in your video, whether that's at the end of the video after you've given all your information. It's just really a powerful motivator. So if your video has a simple but striking call to action, it just really guides the viewer to the next step, which is to become a committed paying customer. And then we have reason number 5, where video evokes emotion and just surges engagement, because it has this advantage of taking customers on a journey and just evoking excitement and empathy. So it allows you to deliver your message and your call to action more effectively in a relatable way. And since psychology plays a major factor in customers' decisions to commit to a new product or not, video is like a key marketing tool to consider when it comes to the customer's decision-making process. And then we have the second to last reason. Yeah, really, you can really just reinforce your brand's identity with an explainer video or with video content in general. Just establishing your company as trustworthy and credible in the eyes of your audience. So it's well known that a well-produced and authentic video is a major factor in helping customers decide whether or not a brand is trustworthy or credible or reputable. So yeah, simply put, the more a potential customer trusts your brand, the more likely they are to convert from a potential customer to an actual customer. And then the last reason, SEO. So yeah, I know this is not directly conversion related, but ultimately, if people can't find you or your website or your brand or your product online, they're not likely to convert anyway, right? So, well, definitely not. So video is just there to help strengthen this visibility for you and your brand online. And I mean, we all know that search engines are increasingly placing priority on video format in their SEO algorithms anyway. So more and more websites are actually including video just to stand out in this crowd that is the online space. So a well-optimized video for SEO specifically can actually increase click-through rates and generate more traffic. And I mean, we saw the stats earlier, like even our customers reported that they did see an increase in traffic. So it really, really is effective just to get more people to your website so they can actually see what it is that you have to offer. And yeah, that was it for the 7 reasons. So now you might be wondering, how exactly can you use video specifically in your conversion funnel? Okay, so quick fun fact about us here at Pile. So we actually really love funnels. So if I have the opportunity to get out a funnel and to talk about a funnel, I'm super excited by it. So I just had to get a funnel in this webinar. And yeah, so this is basically, I'm sure we're all familiar with the conversion funnel with its 4 stages of awareness and interest and desire and action. And basically what video does is it fits into each and every stage of the conversion funnel. And I'll briefly just take you through the conversion funnel so you can get an idea of what it is that I'm talking about. So stage 1, we have the awareness stage, which is basically your audience. And I know, Marty, you guys know all about the conversion funnel, right? So basically here, your audience is exploring their options and they're looking for suitable products that will help them to solve the problems that they have. So this is basically the time where you need to drive traffic and boost engagement rankings. And this can all be done with a well-produced video. For example, you could be using like the ever so popular short form videos such as video ads or social media teasers even, or you might even go the exact opposite route and go for a much longer content video. So whichever you decide on, videos in the awareness stage is so crucial for your marketing, because I mean, people these days have such short attention spans, and video is a super effective way to grab attention in like 60 seconds or 30 seconds or 6 seconds even. It's just so effective at grabbing attention from people. And I'm just quickly going to show you a few clips. Now, these are just short versions of the actual videos, but here you can see an example of just a social media teaser, which is basically just a shorter or a cut down version from your main explainer video. And I mean, the main aim of these videos is to drive awareness for your product or for your brand. and they're just intended to get people over to your website where they can watch the full explainer video. And then we have video ads. So this is actually an example, and this is the full clip of the ad that we created, but this is an example of a super short, snappy 6-second video ad that we created for one of our customers. So they actually use this as part of their YouTube marketing campaign. And I mean, it being 6 seconds long, people can't skip it. They're forced to watch the whole video, and it just really drives awareness for your brand, and it's super memorable. And it gets people just to go to your website to see what it is that you have to offer to further create that interest in your brand. And then lastly, in the awareness stage, we have content marketing. So now this is just this is a short clip of a video that we created for ourselves. Not so snappy, longer video, but this is just the intro. So here is just, this is a video we created for our YouTube channel. So it basically targets very specific industries and very specific search terms. So you know that when people actually watch the video, it is intended for the right audience. Okay, so in this case, this was intended for software companies and people searching for ways to actually display their software or to show off their software to grab more attention. So we know that the people who's watching this, they're actually the people that's intended to watch this because they actually searched for these things. And then it also links to a whole blog article on ideas that you can use for your software videos. So that's just another idea how you can actually raise awareness for your brand and what it is that you do. And then once you have created this awareness, you now need to look at interest and creating interest for people. So which brings us to stage 2, interest. So then after your customers have seen your ads or your content videos online, they will now start doing more specific research to find solutions to their problems. Okay, so videos in this stage can focus on product education, and it's just really effective at this stage. So you might be looking at videos such as the good old trusty explainer video or overview video, which we all know and love. So traditionally, these videos follow like a problem solution approach, and they're just super effective to move customers further along the sales funnel. Okay, and I mean, it's even been reported that having an explainer video on your homepage can almost double your conversion rate. So just again, showing how powerful these videos can be in moving potential customers further along the sales funnel. And then you can also look at FAQ videos in the interest stage. So as the name suggests, these are videos that answer the most frequently asked questions, only again in a more visually appealing way and in a more engaging way that people might actually sit through and watch and get to know your product a bit better. And then once you've created this interest in people, you now start looking at how to create desire. So when it comes to the desire stage, you've actually, this is the pinnacle moment when customers are just about to choose your product or your service. So in this stage, you need to show them how you are different from similar companies out there, and basically how you can help them solve their problems with your product. So in this stage, longer videos really, really shine. Okay, and I know we've been talking about shorter videos, but in the desire stage, you really need to think about how you can show the benefits of your product. So they go very, very deep into product features and how customers can use your products. For example, you can be looking at like product demo videos. And I mean, whether you have a physical product or a software product or an online product, having a product demo video is such a good idea because it shows potential customers, really can help create desire by showing exactly what you have to offer them. And in a similar vein, you can be looking at like tutorial videos. Okay, so these are basically just, you know, your normal step-by-step guide, but in visual format. And it just really shows the lead how they can use your product if they were to buy from you. So these videos are generally also a bit longer as they focus on specific features in much greater detail. And the great thing about tutorial videos is you can have like your main long video and you can actually cut them up to have shorter little pieces of videos that you can use for specific features. So it all depends on what it is that your potential customer is actually asking. So if they're inquiring about just one feature of your product, you can send them this one piece of information, or you can just send them the whole tutorial or the whole like product walkthrough demo. So once you have created this desire around your product, it's now time to finally take action. Okay, so this is the decision-making stage. It's time to close the deal, so to speak. So here again, you can have many different video examples that you can use, such as promotions. Okay, so now promotions, we all know promotions, static images, but for us at Pile, promotion and everything means video. Okay, so the sky really is the limit. You can be so creative with promotions. And this is actually an example of a promotion that we hosted a while back, which was our summer promotion. And this is our trusty unicorn that you saw at the beginning of the webinar as well. So it's just basically engaging, and it's just, it just grabs attention much quicker than just a static image. And interestingly enough, it's been reported that having a video in your email marketing campaigns, and I mean, this is how we use this promotion, is via email. Just having a video in your email marketing campaign can actually result in a 96% higher click-through rate. So it really is just a powerful tool that you can utilize. And then to the two big ones coming, we have case study videos, okay? Now, we all know case studies, and we know they're a very powerful marketing tool just to help really drive people to take action and to buy from you. So this is where you basically show how well your product has worked for other customers. So I'm going to show you a quick clip, and I really hope it's going to work. Marty, just let me know if you can't hear anything or see anything. But I'm going to show you a quick clip of a case study video that we created for one of our clients. And it's just a quick 10-second clip of a much longer video. I think the whole video was 3 or 4 minutes long, but just to show you how the client states a problem that she was facing, and then what she was actually looking for, and then ultimately how the product solved her problem for her. So let me just see if I can actually play the.
So our first project as a social media team was to find someone who could help us listen to what our customers and consumers were saying, not only about our products, but about our company.
Right, so you can really hear the pain points that she was experiencing. And what I didn't have in this clip is how she told how, because I didn't want to name drop our customers now, but how she actually used this company to help her with her problem and to help solve her problem, and how they did this.
Right. Yeah, let me just add in one thing. I think everyone knows this, but there's a lag in here. The videos play without the lag, but this is in a presentation being sent over Zoom. So when you saw that little bit of lag, trust me, that's not normal. That's because we are 3 layers deep in presenting this. Okay.
Oh gosh, was there a bit of a lag, Marty?
There was a little. So it was almost like they were talking like. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Talking.
Please, that's not the videos we make.
Yeah, I just wanted to point that I know for a fact they get quality. So this is all Zoom presentation oriented, just so you know. All right.
Okay, cool. And then just.
So our first project as a social.
That one. The last one we have, and I mean, these are good old testimonials. And I mean, we all know how powerful a testimonial can be. Marty, you and your team must be preaching testimonials all the time. Like, it's such a powerful conversion tool. Okay, so just imagine how powerful it can be to have a customer actually come onto screen to say how amazing you are. And I mean, nothing screams trustworthy more than a previous customer saying how happy they were with your service or how amazing you are. It really is just such a great way to convince new leads just to take that final step, which is action, and to buy from you. So I'm just going to show you a quick clip of a testimonial video that we made. And this testimonial video we actually made for our own company with one of our customers. And we feature it on our homepage, and we feature it on our How It Works page. And I mean, I even have it in my email signature, just because testimonials really they're such a powerful marketing tool. So let me just a quick clip. I think it's 10 seconds.
I love working with Pi-hole so much that I actually recommended them to other people in our company.
My name is Michael Shannon, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Jupiter Prestige Group. Joel Wang actually introduced me to Pi-hole TV.
Right.
I love working with.
Okay, so let me go back. So yeah, you can see how powerful such a video can be, simply for a customer to say how much they loved working with you, or how happy they were enough just to recommend you to other people in other departments in their company. Like it's such a good way to say to potential customers, these people are trustworthy, they're credible, work with them. So really, really just a super powerful video, well, marketing in general tool for you to use. And then I did promise to keep this short and sweet. So those were your ideas for your conversion funnel and how you can use video in your conversion funnel. So I don't know, Marty, if you have any questions that you would like to ask or anything to add.
Yeah, we do have questions from our visitors, and I had some thoughts that I wanted to add to this. So folks, those of you who know me, you don't get away that easily. Sorry. Okay. So let's start with some of the questions that we had. How do you balance adding video to improve conversion rate and the fact that videos slow down the website, which hurts performance? Leah, you okay if I answer this to start to answer that one? And yeah,
you can go.
So first off, when you load a video, it shouldn't autoplay on a video. You know, you want to let people feel like they're in control. And so, and the other thing, depending upon where the video is on the page, you might want to do what's known as a lazy load, because if it's further down on the page, it doesn't have to load right up, and you certainly don't want to have it, you know, waiting for it to load. So there are technical things that you should be doing to make sure that your speed is optimized along with the video. That's my take on it. And we deal with that on a fairly regular basis. Lee, you want to add anything to that, or you just or no?
I think you covered most of it, Marty, but also, like, I know we mostly host videos from like an external host. We don't upload them directly to our website. So we use sites like Vimeo and then just use the embed codes just to really help with the speed on your website. So they really don't have much of an impact on your website and the speed in general. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. And we use, and there's lots of these, and I don't know if you recommend one over the other. We use Wistia. Does it make it better than Vimeo? You know, there's a number of tools. Okay.
Yeah, they have all their different functions. It's whatever works best for you. But yeah, we just use Vimeo in general.
Okay. All right. All right. Next question we had. So we answered that one. The next question is, your education category. We create events for our hospitality members. Can I add short tease videos of some of our events, training, networking, etc., into your format along with graphics? And that was from Colby. And that, I think that is absolutely free. Do you need me to repeat any of that, or we're good?
You read.
I'll repeat it. So let me, yeah. So sorry, Kobe, I didn't do you justice, buddy. All right. Regarding your education category, we create events for our hospitality members. Can I add short tease videos of some of our events and their training or networking, etc., into your format along with graphics? And if you want to ask more questions, because you have questions based on what his question is, he can reply with additional questions, right? So
okay, Colby, I'm not quite sure what format you're speaking of, but you can create teaser videos for any event. Like we have created little teaser videos for events that our customers have been hosting. But if you're referring to a specific, I'm not sure what you're referring to when you mention format, because we don't have like a template that we use. We custom create all the videos that we make. So I'm not sure if that's quite what you're referring to, but yes, we do use external clips from events. We've gotten footage from customers that we put into videos, and we added graphics to it to make it more engaging. We cleaned up the footage to make it look better. So I hope that's answering your question. So please let me know if it isn't.
All right. And Kobe, if you have a follow-up, that's fine. No worries. Okay. All right. So the next question that was here was, are these your projects that, you know, the things you're showing? I'm going to tell you, because Lee put up, you know, her website here. I would strongly urge you to go to her website, because they have tons of examples up there, and I've seen their work. It is phenomenal. So I would strongly urge you to take a look at that. We've got more questions here too. All right, but I will also tell you, considering this is a conversion-oriented discussion, her call to action here is for you to contact her, because she's going to do something nice for you. All right, Lee, you want to talk about the nice thing, or do you want me to continue to say how wonderful you are first?
Oh, I'm enjoying this, Marty, so you can carry on.
No, I'm serious. These people are really top notch in what they do, and they're fun to work with. And Lee is going to offer some of her and her teammates' time to do something for you. So go ahead, Lee, talk about it, and then we'll go back to questions. All right.
Yeah, just basically, if you're interested in like a free strategy session, just to see how you can use video in your own marketing campaigns, you can just email me. We can set that up. It won't be more than half an hour. We just look at your goals, what you want to achieve, and we can recommend different types of videos. And I mean, this is completely free, except for your time. So please you can send me an email and we can set that up.
Okay. And I would and actually, Lee, you and I'm going to take you up on that offer for the conversion conference, right? The conversion conference. And you know what? You and I need to talk. So we're going to do that. So next question, which is a really good one. With regard to email, I'm told the video slows down newsletter loading time. Would we use an embed code in this case as well, with a thumbnail image in the newsletter linking to the embed code? I have answers, but I'm sure you do too, Lee. So you want to go first this time, or you want me to go first? Your call.
Well, all I can say is we do use embed codes. We use the actual Vimeo links on our emails. We always use external sources. We don't upload the videos natively to our email campaigns just because, like you mentioned, it does slow it down. So we actually use the code, the embed code, or even the link from Vimeo, and put that onto our emails. But Marty, I don't know if you had a different answer.
So this actually reminded me towards one of the questions about email click-through rates and all the rest of it. So we typically use animated GIFs in there that links to the video because it's interesting. And I will tell you on the click-through rate, if you have a subject where it starts with the word video or video for you, all right, and then the title of whatever the video is, people love video and it increases the click-through rate. You can't, and Lee, I think you'll go along with me on this, but if you embed a video in the email and you don't tell them in the subject that there's a video in the email, what makes it any different from any other email? So
exactly, yeah, you're quite right, Marty. You have to tell them there's a video. It really does help. And like you said, with the GIFs, even that summer promotion that we ran, we did upload it as a GIF, not as the whole native video. So it didn't really have much of an impact on the speed and the load times.
Yep. All right. Next question on the list. And I think actually, this is a great question. This is from Brian. Brian is a conversion guy, and I know Brian. He is really smart. Not that anyone else wasn't with their questions. I'm sorry, I just realized how that sounded. But anyway, does the max recommended length of a video vary based on where that video falls in the ADA funnel? All right. So are there different lengths based on what they are?
Yeah, so I know I had two, just in the first stage, the awareness stage, I had a longer video and a shorter video. So it generally depends on the goal of the video. So if it's just a short ad and you have to use it on social media for awareness, you only have a short span of time to do this. So they're generally shorter. But then in the same stage, in the IDA funnel, you have content marketing videos that can be up to 2-3 minutes long. That just really resonates with the correct type of audience. But yeah, and then generally in the second stage, the interest stage, you just have a short amount of time to really create that interest. So I would recommend like a 60-90 second explainer video. And again, like I mentioned, the desire stage, you have these long overview videos that really, really go in deep about your product. And they can be like, we've created demo videos up to 5-6 minutes long, just to use an onboarding tool or as a demo tool. So yeah, it does actually depend on the stage of the funnel, and it does help.
Next question we have here is, I've heard that using YouTube embeds on your website is better from an SEO standpoint because it's a Google product. Have you heard this too? I have opinions here, but go ahead if you want.
Marty, I think you have to take this one.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that I've heard this too. I'm not sure I believe it. All right, and so let's talk about SEO for a second or less. YouTube is, I believe, the second largest search engine out there. So having content up on YouTube is absolutely a must. All right, and that really does help you when you want to have the YouTube drive traffic to your website. Okay. I've seen YouTube on people's websites, and first off, people tend to do that wrong, and they let YouTube recommend other videos which have nothing to do with their website. If you have that turned on, please turn that off immediately. All right. Now, but back to YouTube as a search engine. So YouTube knows that it's their video, or Google knows it's their video. All right. And so the corresponding or contrary opinion is by having content on your website that is not on Google itself, all right, is something that they can only get on yours. Google will recognize that as unique content and potentially show your site. Now, I'll go a step further. One of the reasons why video increases your SEO rankings and your traffic is because of engagement. Google over the last few years has really highlighted engagement and engagement metrics. So when you are playing video and they are spending more time on your site and then clicking because of that video, what's happening is you are signaling to Google that this is an engaging site based on whatever it is they were searching for to get there. All right. And so there's other benefits that tie into that whole engagement metric that Google is absolutely pushing these days. So as to, you know, does having YouTube versus an outside tool do it? You know, you'll hear different opinions. My opinion, and this is not necessarily based on fact, my opinion is having something that Google doesn't have on the site might be better for you. But I do know for a fact, and we've tested this, that when you increase the engagement, it increases your SEO. You want to add anything to that, or you're like, we're good?
No, I was just about to say that we have different blog articles with videos from our YouTube channel and then videos from our Vimeo channel, and we can't really see a difference between the two traffic wise. Like, they do perform similarly based on the content that you have. So you made interesting points, Marty.
So. All right, another question we have here. So Kobe basically said thank you. Okay, and so he liked your answer, and I don't think it was a follow-up question there, so I think we're good with Kobe. But then we had another question: any preference between animated videos versus using real people or sites in videos? Oh, and I can see you're champing at the bit to answer that one. Go ahead.
It's a really good question, because you can get a lot done in animation. And I mean, it all depends on your brand image and what it is that you want to achieve with your video. So basically, you can do, if you look at just the testimonial videos, you can, of course, create an animated testimonial, but it's just much more powerful to have a real person, your real customer, talking to screen and saying how cool you are. But then also having live action videos does impact your budget. So it depends on your budget for your project and what the message is that you want to get across. And animation just allows you to just be a lot more creative. Like the demo videos we create them layer for layer, and you can just be a lot more creative with what it is that you show your customers, all within, like, I think, a fifth of the budget that you would use on a live action video. So to answer your question in short, it depends on the use, your brand image, and basically just the budget that you have available for this.
All right, I'm going to add one other thing to that. Everything you do from so let's just go to conversion rate optimization. Everything you do should be intentional. Okay, so you know, if you have a video, know why you have the video, make sure that you explain to people what they're going to learn in the video so that they'll actually watch the video. Just throwing a video up on your site and hoping that somebody's going to watch it isn't good enough. If you've spent the time and effort to create the video, then market the video and tell me what I'm going to learn in the video. Tell me how long the video is so that I will want to watch the video, and preferably all the way to the end. And the other thing I would say is video. We are literally animals. So video, you know, has movement in it. Movement captures our attention and also potentially distracts us. So when you're showing video, you don't want to have other things moving around in the background competing with the video. You want them focused on the video so that they are engaged with the video. Think about, just for the sake of argument, I can't do this, maybe you all can, but I can't watch TV while people are talking in the room, wandering around, doing whatever. I have to stop the TV, all right? So on your website, whatever, Lee's laughing, he's like, that's more than I want to about him. But
Oh, same.
okay, so my point being, so when you're doing this, everything you do needs to be intentional. And that's why you want to have that strategy session with Lee. I'm going to sign up for one, and I would encourage all of you to do the same. We did have one more question, and I think we'll take that as the final question. Is it better to have a semi-professional testimonial video using a smartphone than a polished, professional-looking video? The argument being that this is more authentic. So I've heard this question before, and I have an answer, but I'd love to hear yours. Okay.
Well, I work for an explainer video company and a video production company, so we always like quality and to make things just look much better. But I mean, even quality can be authentic. Like, you give your customers an opportunity to be truly authentic and to say how it is, how their experience was working with you. But I mean, I'm not against smartphone testimonials. I've seen them used on websites, and I've seen them convert. So testimonials really just are such a powerful conversion tool that you can use. But Marty, I'm interested to see what you have to say specifically about the two options.
So I would combine them, and we have clients who have actually done this. So they get testimonials. They've actually hired people to shoot the testimonials, and then they also have cell phone videos. And then the production company, i.e. Pi-hole, all right, takes them and puts them together into an overall polished thing. And it's what happens is you've got a mixture of professionally shot testimonials and the cell phone video. And so it makes the whole thing really, really real and come alive. And I've seen that. And oh my God, the client that I'm thinking of that did that, her conversion rates are insane. Okay. And this works. So I would combine the two.
And even on that, Marty, we've also created testimonial videos where they weren't filmed with like a whole production crew coming to your customer's office. Like, we used it on Zoom. So like a typical Zoom meeting where we would just recommend lighting and where to sit to make the sound better and so on. And we would actually take the Zoom recording and add graphics over it just to make it that much more engaging and just make it look better. So the options are endless.
Absolutely. All right. Well, on that note, Lee, let me say thank you, thank you, thank you. I absolutely loved your presentation. I took notes. All right. I know I got to record. I mean, I'm the guy recording it, but I took notes. So this was filled with all sorts of nuggets. I will schedule time with you, and I encourage our listeners to do so too. So thank you very much, Lee, and thank you to our audience.
Yeah, thanks, Marty, and thanks to everyone who signed in to listen to this.
Okay. Bye all.
Bye.